Today's video is brought to you by the generosity of Newbold targets. Newbold targets are self-sealing reactive polymer targets that act like steel targets for training and practice, but are safer than steel. They allow bullets to pass completely through the target without ricochet or lead splatter. Check out their links in the description and thank them for bringing us today's video.
So, as part of that, number 5, he who puts the first shots into the meaty bits of the other guy wins. Those are technical terms, y'all. Okay? Marksmanship is the master. Now, this is not 100%. I have seen people get first shot hits or be the first one to hit and lose a gunfight. I have seen it, but I see it very seldom. The first one, it's not the first one to shoot. It's the first one to hit. Now, this is almost all because of what we call the Fibs Factor. And Fibs stands for fudge, I've been shot. Now, out of respect, Carrie said that I don't have a potty mouth. That's not true. I'm a sailor, but if you wanted to insert a more colorful F word there, you could, but I won't because it's a family-friendly environment. Related to that is what we call FIBSA, which is fudge, I'm being shot at. When you hear gunshots go off in your world, what do? Hey! What just happened, right? Oh, what's going on? When you see somebody shooting at you, you tend to flinch. You tend to startle. When you get shot, when you put a shot in an anatomically significant area, you know, here's the funny part. I hear this all the time. I hear people say, you know, John, I'm actually more scared of getting stabbed than I am of getting shot. Do you know why that is? Because you have been cut by a knife in your life, and you know how bad that hurts. And so you think, oh, this would be a much worse pain than a bullet wound. Do you know who never says that? Anybody who's been shot. When you've been shot, you go, no, it's far worse to get shot. The recovery from being shot is terrible. Not that being stabbed is great, but my point is again, when you get shot, that sets off things. Now, here's the funny part. When you shoot somebody in the abdominal cavity, they do almost nothing. They probably won't even feel it until long afterwards. You shoot somebody in the extremity, unless you disrupt a major blood vessel or you break a bone, which is very rare, you know what they will do when you do that? If you shoot somebody in an extremity, do you know what they do? They keep doing whatever it was they were doing. If you shoot them in the thoracic cavity, that starts changing behavior immediately. I have a video on the channel of a guy who became a friend of mine who got in a significant gunfight. I don't have the video of that particular one, but he got in a big tussle with a guy, and with a 40 by God 5, 1911, his first shot missed his diaphragm by about a ½ inch. It was in his abdominal cavity, and the guy kept coming. Second shot, he cracked his sternum, and that stopped him. Simple as that. So, what do we talk about? The meaty bits of the other guy. We mean the anatomically significant target, which is basically inside the nipples, collarbone to diaphragm. So you got about an 8-inch circle is what that looks like, about yay big. When we talk about the major blood vessels, heart and lungs, that's about a fist-sized group right here, which is an anatomically significant area. Okay, it's about a 5-inch circle, 5.5-inch circle. Or, if you want to shut down the electrical system, you can't just shoot somebody in the face. If you shoot people in the face, you hit them in the teeth will make bullets do all kinds of crazy things. I've seen people without jaws. They've had their jaws shot off by rifle fire, still in the fight. Okay? Chris is shaking his head yes, because you've seen it. Yeah. Snake eater. Okay? You put one inside the ocular cavity, basically you have a T-shaped space here just on the inside of your eyes and your nose. That's where you got to put the bullet. It's a pretty small target. Really what you're trying to hit is you're trying to hit the medulla oblongata, which is kind of this little, this drumstick-shaped thing in the back of your head. Okay? So, first shot into the meaty bits of the other guy almost always wins. We're going to see the Fibs Factor here. Watch what happens. This guy's going to walk up right here. He's going to walk up on this armored car. Now, why he didn't use the armored car and drive off, I don't know. But he's going to run up and launch an attack transitional space because of a parked car. Okay? He's going to threaten him with a gun, but the good guy inside has a gun. Watch what happens when the good guy gets a shot on him. Watch how fast it changes things. He's like, yo, man, give me your car. I got a bullet. Runs him off. He's actually going to come around the other way, get up, run off again, fall over and die. Okay? So he's going to get out, see what's going on. That's their maid who's going to get out of the car, grab the baby, run in the house. Now then, what happens when he shot that guy? See that Fibs? You saw him as soon as he goes, oh, like that, as soon as he ate a bullet. Then what did he do? Ran off. I'm gone. That started changing things. First person to put a shot and the other guy almost always wins. Is that a clue? The speed of your draw to first hit is the most important skill in a gunfight. Period. End of subject. The faster you can get a gun out and get an anatomically significant hit, the better you can do and the more chance you have of winning a gunfight. So then I'm sure you'll say, but John, how fast is fast enough? I don't know. It's a competition. How good is the guy you're fighting? He gets a vote. Hopefully, you get a methed out crackhead who's not good and stupid and makes all the mistakes, and you've got all day. Can you guarantee that? Nope. I can tell you that at Active Self-Protection, we show 3 standards of a draw to first shot. The first standard is a standard of a concealed carrier. It's the national standard of a concealed carrier. It is 2.0 seconds. From a stimulus, from a, I need to shoot that guy, which on the range we do is an audible beep. Shooter ready, standby, beep. 1 Chicago, 2 Chicago, bang. If you can get a gun out in 2 seconds, you can win an awful lot of gunfights. Now, I've heard people say, well, John, who established that as the national standard? I did. I did. I'm the national expert on how real gunfights go. That's the national standard. And guess what? I hear people all over the country now, well, the national standard is 2 seconds. And I go, cool. Am I wrong? All right, the professional standard. So the standard for somebody who takes to a high level, who is a professional level firearms carrier, 1.5 second draw to first shot. 1 Chicago, 2 shebang. Very competent people all over the place. If you're a professional who carries a firearm, you're either a law enforcement officer, you carry a gun for a living, you should be able to get a gun out on target, get anatomically significant hit at whatever distance you need to, 1.5 seconds. That's a significant anatomical need, okay? Now, black belt standard, 1 second. Advanced standing, 1 Chicago, bang. There are very few problems in the defensive shooting world that cannot be solved by putting a bullet in somebody in under a second. And we have played this in force on force. Now, force on force is an artificial construct, but if somebody's not expecting you to draw a gun and you can do so in under 1 second, you can almost always outdraw their ability to see what the heck you're doing. So in other words, they're expecting you to comply, and you go, give me your wallet, man. And you go, I got it. Whoop, bang. They go, yeah, and they get shot. So if you've got a sub 1 second draw to first shot, you can actually outdraw the draw. But you better be good with it. Now, I try to train to a very high standard and get the highest standard I possibly can. Okay? I have a witness today. 15 yards, headshot. What did I do today, Radigan? 1.8. And then I put the gun away and I didn't do anything else because I was like, I am not improving on that. Was my first shot. Shooter ready, standby, beep, bang. Got the hit. What's the time? 1.8? I'm done, man. It's not getting better from there. It was total luck. But let's not talk about it, okay? So there's Fibs. You guys got to understand the Fibs. Here's another one. I want you to watch this gunfight because I want you to see how close this is, okay? What you're going to see is a lady pull her car in and a dude come up and carjack her in her driveway. Now, they're going to futz around for a little while, but she's going to holler out and her husband's going to come out. And I want you to see how close the bad guy is to him when the shot breaks. So notice she's getting out of the car. Bad guy comes up with a gun. Hey, man, give me your stuff. Give me your car. Ah! So the other lady runs in. He drops his magazine there. Did you see that? That was cool. So she's like, oh, I don't want any problems. Now watch the husband come out here, and he's going to come out and have a gunfight with him. Hey, man. Did you see how close they were to each other? See that guy's gun come around this fast. But as soon as he put a shot on the guy, what happened? Like that. That was pretty much the game changer. So I see guys, sometimes they start talking about how fast your splits are. The reality is, if you put the first one in him, you've got a little time to get the second one in him. So I don't really care if you can shoot 0.18 splits. If you can, and you can do so accurately, rock on. I mean, that's totally awesome. But the straight truth is I take Jared Reston's approach that I don't really teach shooting faster than 0.35 splits. Because if you put the first shot in him, you've got enough time to get a good sight picture and keep after him. You put one in him, he's thinking about, oh, that really hurt. A third of a second later, a second one comes. Oh, that's really bad. Third of a second later, he's got another one. Now we're talking about, he's rethinking his life choices. Simple as that. You don't got to go. I mean, don't get me wrong, 1-8, 1-8, 1-8, and all of a sudden you're like, dude, and you won the USPSA Nationals. Okay, good for you.